Hi, this is Ann with Graphic Design How To, and today I'm going to show you how to add numbering on tickets in Adobe InDesign. All right, let's get started. So my end goal here is to have separate tickets that pull from a spreadsheet. So we'll be using InDesign, Illustrator, and Google Sheets for this. Okay, so I'm here in Adobe InDesign, and I'm just going to create a new file. I'm going to come up here to Print, and then choose Letter, and I just need one page, and I don't want facing pages, so I'm going to uncheck that, and we'll create. Alright, now my ticket is already created, and it's in Adobe Illustrator. Alright, so here's my ticket. I'm going to have a number here, and the same number here, and then I'm going to have a lot of tickets, and they'll each have a different number. So I'm going to go back to InDesign and place that file. So I'll hit Command D or Control D, and here's my ticket file. I'm just going to click once so that it places it at full size, and I'll just kind of center it up on the page. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're good here for now, and now I'm going to make a spreadsheet. So let's head out to Google Sheets. And I've got a blank spreadsheet now, and in A1 I'm going to type the word number. Now this is really important. You don't want this to be your actual first number. You just want it to have kind of a title here. But underneath that, you'll have your first number. I want it to be a 6-digit number and start with 1. Now when I hit enter or return, it changes the format of my number. So I need to get on that cell and then come over here to Format, Number, and I'm going to create a custom number format. And I'm going to type it right up here. It's going to have 6 digits, just like this, and I'll apply. And this will give me the format that I want. Now I've got 32 tickets to make. I need to copy this number down 32 times, so I need to put another one in. So I'll put number 2 in. I'll have to change the format on this one to my custom number format and apply that. Then I can select both, get right on the lower right hand corner. Sometimes you'll see a plus sign, but it's not showing up for me right now, but you'll want that plus sign. Click and drag all the way down to 32, and this will give you what you're looking for, which is all the numbers between 1 and 32. And it looks like I need one more right down here. The next step is to download this spreadsheet. So I'm going to come up here to File, Download, and CSV, or comma separated values. When I do that, it'll go into my Downloads folder or wherever you have set it up to go into if you're doing something like this from the web. If you haven't changed it, it'll be Downloads. Okay, so let's go back to InDesign. And now I'm going to bring up my Data Merge window. So I'll go to Window, Utilities, and Data Merge. And now I'm going to make a text box about that size, but I want it to be horizontal. So I'll hit T on my keyboard and just draw a text box about that size. Now I'm going to come up to the Data Merge flyout and choose Select Data Source. And we're going to navigate to that spreadsheet we saved. And it should be in your downloads. So I'll open that, and now you can see your title. So we have number here. I'm going to click on that, and this is what we get. So I'm going to highlight this. I can make all my text changes. I want this to be centered. So I'm going to hit Shift Command C or Shift Control C. That's also in paragraph right here. I'm going to change my text to Montserrat, bold. And I think I want it to be this red color. I'm going to go back to Illustrator to get that because InDesign does not like us to sample colors from a placed document. So I've got my A tool. I'll click on the red letter and then double click my swatch. And I'm going to copy this color right down here. I'll cancel that. And then go back to InDesign. And I'll double click on my text fill right down here. And I'm just going to paste that color right here and say OK. Alright, this looks pretty good. So now I want it to be in this spot and this spot. So I'll rotate it. I'll hit E on my keyboard. You can also hit R. E is free transform, and I'll just rotate it up like this. And I'm going to zoom in and make this the same width as that white space and just kind of center it up visually in the space. I'll zoom out with Command minus or Control minus. And then I'm going to copy this with Shift and Option, or Shift and Alt on a PC, and put one right here. And I'll come back to my Data Merge window and I'm going to hit Preview. So this is what our first ticket looks like. We've got 5 zeros and a 1, and the same number right over here. So now we can merge our document. I'm going to click this little Create Merge Document button right here, and this will bring up this dialog box. We want to choose all records, and instead of single records, we want multiple records. I want a lot of tickets on one page, as many as will fit. And then I'm going to choose Preview right down here. Now this is going to put it right up against that margin, so if you want to change that, if you want it to be more centered for some reason, you can unclick this Make the Settings the Same button, and then increase the left margin. So this looks fine. You can also increase the spacing between your rows if you wanted to have a little more space between them. I don't want any because it's kind of nice to just be able to cut right along that line. Now you might have noticed that this document is not set up for bleeds, and it really should be if you're going to make tickets like this, because the color is going off the edge, and if that's ever happening, you want bleeds. But this tutorial is just to show you how to do the numbering. I'm not worried about the bleed issue. So this is just a preview. I'm going to uncheck Preview, and then I'll click OK. And now InDesign has made an actual document. You can see it has 7 pages. And if we get down here, we've got ticket number 23. It also has the same number here, 24, and like that. And so at this point, if this was a print ready file, all we need to do is just export. And I would make this a print PDF and then print it to my printer, cut everything, and be good to go. And that's it. All right, if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, just hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, and you'll be notified every time a new video comes out. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.